Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Popped out for a little drive today, going on a little bit of a hunt. Not done one in a while. So thought I'd hit up a few of my favourite spots. Starting off in Dewsbury, pretty much normally heading to Leeds after here. So we'll have a look around, see what we can find. Not sure what I'm really after, but as always, I'm sure I'll find something to pick up and show off at the end of the video. So let's start with Cosmic Toys in Dewsbury. Not been for a while, so hopefully he's got some new bits and bobs in that will pique my interest. So here we are at Cosmic Toys in Dewsbury. Now this is one of the better shops that I do visit, so really happy to have made the journey over to see what was available today. Quick little video of what is in the window. So plenty of items to have a look at in the window there, and figures on the inside. So first of all, I'd look over the Marvel Legends. Some nice prices on some of the figures in here. So really cool if you do like some of the older Legends and you want to hunt a few down. It's well worth popping down and seeing them over at Cosmic Toys and seeing what figures are available at the moment. Then a large selection of Black Series figures. Some really cool ones. A few of the Rogue One figures caught my eye. The Mandalorian Heavy Duty Inventory figure also really caught my eye, but it's just a little bit priced out of that one at the moment. Hopefully it does start to drop in price a little bit, because I would like to add that one to my collection eventually. Then carried on looking over a few of the other sort of Star Wars bits and bobs that they had for sale in there. So there was some nice Star Wars figures available today. Then made my way over to the miscellaneous sort of McFarlane NECA sort of section. Some really cool figures in that section. They had a lot of also Godzilla versus Kong figures, and a number of Transformers figures. Just items that I often cast my eye over, but never really want to go down that rabbit hole of starting another collection. One or two AEW figures, and then obviously figures I am interested in, which are the McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. So some really cool figures that I did see in there. And then caught my eye on the old Primal Age figures, so we do know that I do collect those. So you may see one or two new ones entering the collection. And then another large selection of McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. I am being really strict with the figures I am picking up for DC Multiverse at the minute, so I am really taking my time. Then a good selection of Masterverse and Origins figures from Masters of the Universe. Unfortunately, none that I needed to pick up today that I could find. There was the movie versions of He-Man and Skeletor, but I left them for today. Then moved on to the upstairs section of his collection. Also a few of these Doctor Who items and a few of the other selections that he had on the shelving. Some nice figures and collectibles there. Some Walking Dead McFarlane there. Really cool different sort of cross section of items he had up in these cases upstairs. So some items that would really sort of catch my eye. A few more Master of the Universe Origins figures. Again, nothing that I needed to pick up. And then I look at these every time I'm in there, the old stuffed South Park figures. Really would like to get on that collection. And then Mad Balls, another sort of set from my younger days. Really is a sort of line that does get me tempted. A few more of the Hasbros in there. But none that I wanted to really pick up today. An old Hasbro ring there, some old WWE belts he had for sale. And then a few Build-A-Figure pieces for the old Marvel Legends fans. And then some old, well, these are the Masters of the Universe Classics figures. There are some nice figures, and it's a line I could possibly sort of tempt myself with, but they are relatively expensive to pick up, so it may be one or two rather than trying to complete any lines of those. Some really nice other miscellaneous figures in here. So I just did a little bit of video in that. Then there was some vintage Master of the Universe figures he had for sale on Vintage Transformers. And the vintage 18 figures. I have got the full set of the 18 figures, so with that. And then I did a little bit of a sort of video over the Action Force section coming up, just to show Mark on Blue Harvest what he had in at the moment. Obviously, I know Mark is working on his Action Force at the moment, so I'm sure, I know he visits Cosmic Toys quite a lot, but I just thought I'd give it a quick scan over, just in case there's anything Mark's missed that he might want to pick up. Not a line I've dived into, so nothing for me there. So on the way into Batley, I did pop past a B&M, so I thought I'd call in, see if there's any figures that caught my interest. Now, if I wasn't going anywhere else, I may have picked up that DC Multiverse Flash. It is from the animated series, and I have got a few of the other animated characters, Green Lantern, Batman, Harley Quinn, and Superman. But at the time of this, nothing I really wanted to pick up, and I thought there would be better stuff elsewhere. So then over into Batley, and we popped into the Sports Direct, which now houses Game. And there are some fantastic deals in Game at the moment. There is Masterverse figures at literally $4.98, which makes me want to cry, considering what I've paid for the figures over the years. That Deluxe Beast Man at $9.98. If you got one figure in your collection, I would get that one. Over the road to Smith's, and to be honest, nothing really in Smith's for me today. A few Funko Pops. I did film the Funko Pop collection. Obviously, the one that did catch my eye was the Batman from the Flash movie, the 1989 Keaton Batman. Obviously a favourite for many people of my generation. But otherwise, there was nothing really that really interested me in the old Funko Pops. I think I have really sort of moved on from a Funko Pop collecting. Obviously, there will always be one or two that I do sometimes just pick up and add into the collections I've got, but at the moment, nothing really jumping off the shelf at me. And then over to the wrestling section, and again, nothing really reduced that I'd pick up. I was hoping to find the Cowboy Brock Lesnar. He was up on that higher shelf, but not in any sort of reduced capacity. So I would have liked to have picked him up, but then over to the McFarlane section, and I am tempted with this Batman. Batman Hush. I think it looks really cool, just classic looking Batman. Then over to Forbidden Planet. There was some quite good offers in here today on the DC stuff. Little bit of a prelude. I do go over these again. So there was some nice figures in there. I was actually looking for the Endless Winter Build-A-Figure range and the Blackest Night Build-A-Figure range, but unfortunately today they weren't in the prices I wanted to pay. They were all still priced full price, so none of those picked up. I'll sort of bide my time and find them for a price I'm happy to pay. A few Funko Pops on offer. So these were £7 and £5 Funko Pops. And then a quick look at the Star Wars Black Series collection. Now, I wasn't really paying any of the prices that Forbidden Planet had them for today. So I really did leave those. But I did pick up a couple of McFarlane items in the pickups today. You'll see those at the end of the video. Obviously, McFarlane figures are some figures that I'm really sort of fond of. Really do enjoy the figures, and I'm always picking those up when I can. And I think the vast part of my sort of miscellaneous section is sort of McFarlane lines and McFarlane figures. So yeah, you'll see those at the end of the video. Then this was the non-sale items. There was some rather interesting figures. They had Elite Series 100 as well as a couple of the WrestleMania Elites. And then the Masterverse figures, all ones I've got, so none that I could pick up and add to my collection in there. Then I had a quick look over the Transformers, Star Trek, regular McFarlane figures, one or two there that did interest me. And then the Marvel Legends line. Did have a bit of a scout over. There was a few people in the way. It was a busy day in Leeds, but I did want those. There was a Superman and figure there that I wanted, but still $24.99, so I'm never going to pay that for it. May keep looking for it online to try and pick it up. Bit of upside down photography, but we did visit the game in Leeds itself. So again, some fantastic deals. Just looking to see if there's any different figures from what was in the game in Batley. And luckily for me, there was. I did manage to pick one of those up later on in the... you'll see later on in the video. Some videos that it links to coming out on the channel in the coming months. So hope you'll see them. Over to HMV next. Again, a good selection of figures in HMV. And there was a few sale items. Fortunately, none of the things I'm actually looking for at the minute. I am trying to be a bit more specific with what I'm picking up, not just randomly picking up figures blindly. So really wanting to sort of enhance my collection with stuff that I want rather than just picking up random figures just because I'm seeing them cheap. So really pleased with the stuff I've got today, and which you'll see at the end of the video. Again, the Blackest Night figures were in there, but again, $24.99. I do want to try and get them a bit cheaper. The two I've already picked up have been cheaper than that, so I do want to keep that sort of plan going. Then final stop of the day. The final stop I recorded was the Entertainer. Now they did have a few offers on the WWE. Apologies, people decided want to walk in front of me, so I'd record this again. Now, I did pick up one of the Hollywood WrestleMania figures. Still paid a little bit more than I would like to for it, but a bit of FOMO did kick in. So I just got it. It was slightly reduced in the Entertainer. Then the final thing we had a look at today was these Marvel Legends over in the Entertainer. There was some good discounts on them, but nothing I really wanted to pick up there in the Entertainer. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So, as I say, we have been on the hunt today around Cosmic Toys in Dewsbury, and then out and about around Batley and Leeds. So, a few things purchased and a few things to have a good look at. So, first store I visited, obviously, was the Cosmic Toys store in Dewsbury. So, some really nice things to have a look at in there. And I did make one or two purchases. So, from time to time, you've seen me pick these figures up. Now, I think Cosmic Toys could be a bit of a venue for me to help me finish off this line. And I have picked up another one of the Primal Age figures, and it's Mr. Freeze. So, another one to go up on there. So, we will get him unboxed in due course on the channel. But Mr. Freeze picked up today to go into the Primal Age collection that we've been slowly building. I also picked up a few loose wrestling figures. Now, I picked this one up then since I've done a little bit of looking around on it on the internet. I'm not sure if I could have got a better deal. But it is in very good condition, the figure itself. But it is missing its loincloth. So whether or not I could have picked up the figure with a loincloth for similar sort of money, I don't know. But I did get I got this Tatanka Jax figure. It should have a loincloth with it. Obviously, that's missing. But otherwise, not a bad little Jax figure to add to my Jax collection. So, fairly happy with that one. I then also got a couple of sort of Hasbros to add to my collection, just to get a couple that I was missing, fairly cheap. So, I got Coco Beware. Obviously, no parrot to go with him, but the figure itself is in relatively good condition, so I thought, well, worth picking that up. Hopefully we'll be able to add a parrot in due course. And then I also managed to grab myself a a Hacksaw Jim Duggan from the Wave 1. One I've been missing. Again, no 2x4 with him, so maybe on the lookout for a 2x4. But the figure itself is in very, very, very good condition. No paint rubs or anything like that. So another one of the Hasbros ticked off. So first one's from the Hasbro collection that I've picked up this year. So, from Cosmic Toys, I moved on to the Smiths and the Game at Batley on the industrial estate. And didn't pick anything up in the Smiths, but in the Game Store, you may have seen me look at the Star Wars, and I managed to pick up another one of these Mandalorian figures. And it is from the Mandalorian series, and it is Ahsoka Tano. Obviously, she has got her own series coming up, so well happy I picked that up. And you can see the bargain price down from $19.99 to $9.98. So I thought for a tenner, it was well worth picking up an Ahsoka Tano to add to my to display with the Mandalorian, which I picked up from Game previously on one of my hunts. We then visited, as you saw in the video, I then visited Forbidden Planet. Now I picked up a couple of figures in there. I managed to grab myself a DC Multiverse figure. So I got in the sale Batman Dark Detective, another Batman to add to my ever-growing collection of Batmans, but obviously I have got a bit of a fondness for him. So it is the Batman from DC Future State. So Batman Dark Detective, so another DC Multiverse figure to add into my collection. And then, funnily enough, you've seen the other figure of this collection. I have unboxed, and it was today's video. It is from Critical Role, The Legend of Vox Machina. I managed to pick up Vaxil Dan in the sale as well. So you may have seen me unbox Percy. That was the video today. So I managed to get in the Vaxil Dan to accompany that. There is a couple more figures in this line so far to get. So pleased to have got that. Next stop was the game in Leeds itself, inside the Sports Direct, and I picked up a Marvel Legends figure. Now I've been trying to do some of these builder figures, and it was another one of the figures from the range I needed to do the builder figure of the Strong Guy. So $7.99, couldn't really go wrong. So I managed to pick up Warpath. Cool looking figure. So another Marvel Legends figure to add to the collection. You will see a few Marvel Legends figures coming up on the channel in the coming weeks. They have been sort of pre-recorded and done already. So glad I managed to get this to add to the collection. So the next figure I picked up was in the Entertainer store. Now, I think it's a bit of FOMO took over with this one, fear of missing out. I paid £22.40 for it. Now that's a lot more than I normally pay for an Elite, but if you saw in Smiths earlier, these figures were still retailing at $26.99, I think it was, which I think is too much for the WWE Elites. I like to pay around £20, but really did want this Hulk Hogan figure to add to my ever-growing collection of Hulks. It is from the WrestleMania Elite section, so I managed to pick up Hollywood Hulk Hogan. They are down, they've got 20% off them now in the Entertainer, so the other figures in the range was there, but that's the one out of the range I really, really wanted, and if I do see them go down anymore, I will pick up one or two more, but glad I got the one I wanted, which was the Hollywood Hulk Hogan, so pleased with that one. And then the final figure I've picked up today, I picked up on the way home. I called in at my local B&M, which was not my local one, the one at Thorn, which is one of the bigger ones. Just to have a look. I like to keep an eye on seeing what multiverse figures they have, and I do keep an eye on the Funkos for my Funko selling page. But they had a few new DC Multiverses, and they had the full Dark Father range. So any DC Multiverse fans out there, so if you missed out on any of them figures, they're in there at $12.99 now. So they are appearing in the stores. So glad to see a few new DC Multiverse starting to appear in there. So I will be keeping an eye out for any of those I want. But there was also another McFarlane range in. Now I'm not the world's biggest gamer. But I did enjoy the series of this. Now, I think this is from the game, from the Witcher Wild Hunt game. But I got a Geralt of Riviera, how you pronounce it. But really cool looking figure to go on my miscellaneous shelf. From The Witcher. I do like a few of these computer game figures. So for $12.99, I don't think you could go wrong picking up that. So we will get him unboxed in due course on the channel. Now, these figures I've picked up today, you will probably see videos for, I think it's going to be around about June time. We are fully recorded up through April and May. So any sort of new figure videos I'm going to be unboxing will be going into the June slate. So well up with the videos and making sure I've got content coming out for you all. But hopefully I am going to get a bit more regular with the hunts. There will be evening videos like this one, just added in as and when I do them. There's a few toy fairs I'm going to be hitting coming up. Potentially, I may go to the NEC again on Sunday, but the Sunday after is Doncaster Toy Fair, and I always like to go to that one, so I'll be hitting up that one. Otherwise, hopefully get out to do a few more hunts, like I say, around some towns. But that's it for today's hunt. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, let me know in the comments. Is there any figures that you've seen me look at today that you would have picked up? Or anything that you've seen that you would have picked up that you think I should have really added to my collection? Otherwise, as I say in every video, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I am bringing you regular content on a daily basis, so it's well worth seeing what I'm showing you each day. Otherwise, that's it for today. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.